Welcome back to Ranma Have Anime Review Part. Let's see, I think this is part 12. Part 12. This one we're covering episodes 78 to 84. Originally I was going to stop at 82, but yeah, today, well, I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to finish at 82, so yeah, I'm at 84 now. Now, these particular episodes. Now, of these episodes, only let's see, one, two, three. You got four filler episodes and three filler. Actually, it's more like one can. Actually, it's more like three canon episodes. Yeah, three. Which I'm thinking, huh? That's interesting. The fact that we have like three filler episodes. Oh, three canon episodes actually. Yep. Now, what happens in these episodes? Well, in these episodes, we actually have a two-parter. Yep. First one basically is, well, it's one of two episodes to focus on Kuno. Yep. Episode 7882, focus on Kuno. First one basically was an episode that was okay, wasn't all that interesting. It's just a fortunate thing he wants to marry basically follow the first one we sees, and there's Nabiki. Yep, Nabiki. Okay, you're wondering, is this a canon episode? Nope, it's filler. So, this arc doesn't really matter. Nope. It's possible he might have a thing for Nabiki. It doesn't really go any place at all. It's something that's self-contained in this episode, and it doesn't really go anywhere. 78, 79, and 80. This one is a particularly very weird one. Yeah, it's actually the first multi-part of this particular season. Actually, a second one. Yep, second one for this particular season. This one involves a mark. Now, Ryoga was simply just wandering through the woods, just happened to come across a weird old man. By the way, that guy never appears again after this one beginning scene. Apparently, one scene he will become stronger. So he takes a giant paintbrush and paints a picture of a face on Ryoga's belly. Yep. And it's laughably bad at how bad this thing is. And the only way to get this thing removed is if he's defeated in combat by Ranma. He tries many different things, of course, this two-parter. At one point, he nearly turns to his pig form, and Akane almost figures out that he's Pichun. Yep. Okay, you're wondering, this kind of goes someplace, but it's never followed up with by the time this episode ends. Yeah. Eventually, the stuff is removed from him by having him bend his body sideways like this, almost to the point of nearly breaking his damn rib cage, and then Ranma basically bop on the head and that caused him to disappear. Just like that. And apparently, now they were doing this inside the dojo, and apparently Kasumi decided to host a party there, and apparently Ryoga showed her his belly to a bunch of ladies. Apparently it was late for the party. Everybody loved it. Yep, they loved it when they show his belly to them. Yep. And Connie never figures out the Pichun is in fact Ryoga. Yep. It's a okay two-parter. Yeah. It's just okay. Yeah. As in the case for episode 80, before I get to 81, which is a really good episode, 82 was another Kuno episode. This one, okay. Kuno gets his hands on a magic sword. Grants the wishes. First wish, defeat Ranma by transforming his sword into a giant mallet. Okay? And he tries to get the picture girl to fall in love with him. It's something that doesn't go any place at all. Excuse me. Is this a canon episode? Oh, yes, it is. It's a freaking canon episode. And it's a canon episode I don't really care for. I think Kuno is a good character, just like with Ryoga. A lot of the time character episodes focus on this guy is not interesting. Though there's one guy, actually, his episode focused on him, it's actually much more interesting than the other two are. And he doesn't really appear as much as the other two do. Yeah, eventually the sword is defeated by the end of the episode, and the sword is never mentioned again. Yep. 81 is the first, not okay episode, but really, really good episode I thoroughly enjoyed. Yes, out of the 7 episodes, this is actually one of, I think one of 2 I actually enjoyed. Yeah. Yep. One of like now in the case of 81, 83, 84. Now 81 really good episode. Basically, you have Kasumi coming home from shopping, runs into some wandering, basically runs to a ruin, and he apparently she nearly falls over. Like he catches her, and then he catches all the eggs really easily. And throughout the episode, it's hinted at that Kasumi might be having a thing for this guy, despite the fact she supposedly is dating Dr. Tofu. Yeah, it's hints these two are dating, and he does his usual thing when he sees Kasumi. Glasses fog up, and he goes frickin' nuts. Also, he destroys the book that he let Kasumi borrow. Yep, he destroyed the book, and it became frickin' nuts. Yes. Now, even despite the fact he's in love with Kasumi, why he has to act this way on Kasumi is never explained of why he acts cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. Yep. The nice thing about the episode is the one-shot character. I like it when they do these one-shot characters and they're actually quite interesting. Yeah. This guy, as far as I know, apparently he's from Kasumi. It's revealed at the end of the episode he's actually somebody Kasumi knew like 10 years prior to the events of the series. They first met when they were little kids, and apparently he's an egg farmer. Yeah, he came from egg farm, and the only reason why he knows who this is because of the charm that he gave called Still Child. Yes. What is inside this pendant thing is never shown in the episode. It pops up a few times, see around his neck. He never takes it off, but it doesn't really go in place. But it's a really good episode. Good character piece for Kasumi. 83 is an episode where, by the way, I think 83. It's the first of like a few episodes that feature Shampoo. Yep, Shampoo finally makes an appearance this season. Yeah, well, I mean, her last appearance was My Fiance the Cat. Yeah, My Fiance the Cat was her last no appearance. Yep. This one, she gets her hands on this thread she just happened to buy. Like, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to put this around, and it's going to be her alleged fiance, Ranma. And apparently this thread works for 5 hours. And Uko has basically mentioned this about this particular yeah, she's brought up this whole thing about this thread, and throughout the episode, it's mentioned that the thread is supposed to be invisible, not supposed to be visible, and a lot of the characters try to basically break up the apparent. And Shampoo nearly marries Rem by the end of the episode, and they have pretty much like they have Uko and Kadachi, one of her 2 appearances she makes this season. Yeah, and she appears in this very episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Though she also appears in the very next episode too, which also features Moose. Yeah, Moose appears in this episode. Like, oh, it seems like the whole cast. Let's have the whole cast appear in this episode. Yeah, and try to break up the apparent marriage of Ranma and Shampoo. Yep. And at one point, you have Ryoga gets involved in this. Yeah, of course, he's in his pig form a lot of the time. He snaps the thread, and then he regrets doing it, and eventually it's up to Akane to snap the thread, and then the spell wears off, and then, well, Renma and Akane run out of a church that he and Shampoo nearly got married in, and, well, that was the episode. It was a pretty interesting episode. I like the fact we had a little bit focused on Shampoo this episode, which that was quite nice. Next episode is quite interesting. It's a Moose and Renma episode. Yep. All focused on Moose. Moose gets now. It's hinted that Moose might go back to China this episode. He really doesn't. So they try to think it's basically spying on Renma the whole time. Like first he goes sees Uko, which is pretty interesting, and because he only get a chance to eat where Uko cooked for him, then he goes just happens to wander about and comes to the Kuno house just by sheer coincidence, and there's Kadachi. Just happened to be outside their freaking house, which I think is so hilarious. Yeah, and it's by far the second episode that she has been in that she's interacted with Moose. Yes, the second time this has happened. which I think is so cool. Yeah, these two, as far as I could tell, prior to 2 episodes they interacted, these two have barely interacted with each other at all. Like, it's very rare these two interact. And she tried to get Eve like the special like drumstick that she cooked for Ranma. He ends up eating it, and it turns out it gives him cramps. He ends up briefly fighting her. Oh yeah, and apparently under her dress that she was wearing, she had a green leotard that she always wears in the series. Yeah, she loves wearing this damn thing. Yep. Oh yeah, and also she briefly catches her and basically makes her like a pet. Excuse me. Of course, she kind of forgot that Moose is this duck, and the crocodile in there, and she has an alligator in her like lake. Where she got this thing is never really explained, and I think they'll try to eat it, but he basically beats it pretty easily. Yep, and throughout the episode, like the whole thing is about basically getting back at Shampoo. Shampoo plays a minor role in this episode. I think that she might take care of Shampoo. Yeah, he fights very like supposedly one last time he goes back to China. Yeah. But this overall was a really good episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, of the case of these 7 episodes, only 3 really good ones, at least in my opinion, anyways. Everyone else might have a different opinion about these particular 7 episodes, but the only good ones I saw here 81, 83, 84. Yeah, I would say none of these episodes are bad per se. It's just that they're okay. Yeah, for like 78 to like 80, like 78, 82 are just okay. They're not all that interesting. I would, if you want to think of the weakest episode of this whole bunch, it's probably 78. Yeah, that one's by far the weakest one because it's a thing that it's supposedly set up. It doesn't really get any place at all. No, because 78 is a filler episode. Mhm. Yeah, something though that the filler episodes in this particular set are actually better. Like 3 of them, anyways, are better than the actual canon episodes. Yep. Oh, in case you're wondering of the remaining episodes, there's only like 3 episodes left. Yeah, so my next review for this one will be part 14. We'll cover the last 3 episodes of season 4. And I'm actually going to take a break from the series to work on another series just for one season and go for trailers. Ruby. Yep. But yeah, that's it for this particular review. And that's the last video I'm going to do today anyways. That's all I got time to do anyways, yeah. So, tomorrow, I don't have a regular schedule anime review. So, I'm going to do just Ranma and possibly Demon Slayer. If I don't get a chance to do Demon Slayer tomorrow, probably Friday at the latest, okay? See you next few. Bye.